This is a first alert weather day, but the threat is conditional. Let's break this down. I want you to notice how it's a higher threat level 3 over the southeast third or so of the viewing area. Reynolds and Iron counties, Farmington to St. Genevieve and Chester, say Nashville up towards Breeze and Lake Carlisle, all the way back toward Flora. The reason for that higher threat down here is because we've had some clouds around, some slightly cooler, more stable air move in from the west, and occasionally a pocket of rain and thunderstorms. And that could limit some of the atmospheric fuel, if you will, for stronger thunderstorms later on today. But still, metropolitan St. Louis points north and west generally in a level 2 threat. So let's be vigilant here. Let's kind of assume worst case scenario for a moment. Here's how this plays out. 2 to 10 p.m. is the most likely time for severe thunderstorms. Straight line winds, my biggest concern, but also hail and an isolated tornado cannot be ruled out in this kind of atmosphere. Let me walk you through it hour by hour. This is the super predictor at about lunchtime. Maybe a stronger thunderstorm to the east of St. Louis, but generally, I think a lot of us work ourselves into a little bit of a dip in the precipitation chances midday. But we're not done, because this cold front comes in from the northwest, starts to lift this unstable atmosphere, again, especially to the south and east of St. Louis. Let's be on the lookout for some stronger thunderstorms anytime from 2 until about 10 p.m. The reason 10 p.m. is the shutdown time is because that's about the time the cold front moves through St. Louis, and behind that, the air is quite stable. So this afternoon, high temperatures in the mid-80s, scattered thunderstorms, little breezy, southwest wind at 10 to 20 miles per hour. And then we've got to talk about heat. We've got new first alert weather days for this weekend. Saturday and Sunday, highs around 97, 98. Heat index uncomfortable, maybe borderline dangerous, up to about 105. That's the Weather Service's threshold, by the way, for heat advisories. There could be one coming this weekend for metropolitan St. Louis at least. But we thought we'd jump out ahead of that and issue these first alert weather days preemptively. It's a weekend. It's summertime. Everybody wants to be outside. Cardinals are in town, so we're just not acclimated to this. Think ahead, make sure you're hydrating, sunscreen, all the usual rules. That could push into Monday, maybe even Tuesday of next week, that first alert weather day time frame, as the heat continues before we get back into a low chance of rain by the middle to late portion of next work week.